everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Crack That, Turning Problems into Solutions. This is me Priyasha, and today in this video we'll be talking about the main idea of the paragraph in an RC, how to find that out and things related to it. But before that, let me tell you about the Unacademy's Champion League. That's the free test for all the CAT 2022 aspirants who are standing a chance to win up to 100% scholarship and amazing prizes like MacBook Air, iPhone XR and Apple AirPods absolutely free. So imagine you guys spend money on purchasing the mocks, but this is gonna be a early mock for all of you where you stand a chance to win such amazing prizes and scholarships as well. Now this test is going to take place on 24th of April 2022 live at 12:30 p.m. What you just need to do is enroll using the link in the description box and my code Priyasha10, because if you do so, you would be getting access to the 4 days workshop absolutely free. Now this workshop is going to be for all the 3 sections, and the last workshop is going to be a session talk with the topper who will be sharing his tips and strategies to ace the examination very well. So all of this will be there for you absolutely free. This test is going to be completely in line with the CAT paper pattern, and therefore you will stand a chance to actually test yourself on where do you lie. The rankings will be all India level rankings and the questions will be of the CAT 2022 pattern. So you would stand a chance to actually measure your worth. So don't miss out this opportunity, guys. Quickly check the link in the description box and enroll yourself into this free test for now immediately, and also get access to these 4 workshops free. So use my code Priyasha10 while enrolling when you are doing it using your Unacademy app or the website. And now let's get our video started. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be talking about how to find out the main idea or the theme of the given paragraph or passage. So over here in the first example, you see that I have just brought up a small paragraph. So in this first part of this video, we will try to decode the paragraphs and see, because all the passages, all the RCs are comprised of few paragraphs. And what we need to do is start decoding every information at the paragraph level, so that once we get the information and the understanding of a particular paragraph, then we can sum it up to generalize and to understand the idea throughout the passage. So in this video, we'll just focus on finding out the meaning of a particular paragraph, the main idea lying behind the paragraph, so that it is very much important in the note making process and will be eventually helping you in the reading comprehension process as well. See, reading comprehension is very essential in all the MBA examinations, and you know that quite well. So for that you need to know what process is to be followed, so that you get to know the correct information directly from the paragraph. So let's read the first paragraph here. Our propensity to look at our regularities and to impose laws upon nature leads to the psychological phenomena of dogmatic thinking. Okay, so I am going to underline the things here, but whenever you find something very essential, you can just quickly note that down, and no need to note that completely. You can just note down a bit of it, like as much as you can remember. Now whatever short forms you use, it's better for you to go for it, right? I can remember with the first 3 letters, but if you cannot remember with the first 3 letters, you can just scribble around some letters in the middle as well. But here, just to make this video smaller, I would be underlining. So dogmatic thinking, generally dogmatic behavior, we expect regularities everywhere and attempt to find them even where there are none. Events which do not yield to these attempts we are inclined to treat as a kind of background noise. So here dogmatic behavior refers to the behavior of quite being very disciplinary, being in such a state where every single small minute thing appears to be in its place, or if it is not, then you are completely disturbed out of it. So that's dogmatic behavior. So why am I focusing on this right now, guys? Because my aim right now is to find out the theme of this paragraph or the main idea. Author इस particular paragraph से हमें क्या information देना चाहते हैं, and इसके through वो हमें एक मेन आइडिया डिपिक्ट करना चाहते हैं, वो क्या है, that we'll try to figure out. Sometimes what happens is that it is exactly present in the paragraph, so आपको कहीं बाहर से जाके उसे खोजने की जरूरत नहीं. And in another example, you have to literally make a main idea or a theme out of your own words, जो कि directly sentence की तरह इस paragraph में present नहीं है. So I have both the examples to be discussed in this video. So we'll do that. In this passage number 1, we have the main idea right there in the paragraph. So continue reading it. So अभी तक हमने क्या समझा कि ऑथर ये बोल रहे हैं कि जो लोग डॉगमेटिक बिहेवियर इस तरह का रखते हैं, they generally are considering a little bit of turn from the actual expected corner to be background noise, and we stick to our expectations even when they are inadequate, and we ought to accept defeat. Okay, so ये एक accepting defeat here means कि आपने expect कुछ किया था, आपको मिला कुछ, so that's why they are saying you are accepting defeat. Now this dogmatism is to some extent necessary. I'll just highlight it. You know why am I highlighting it? जब भी आपको पैराग्राफ में कुछ भी as a very generalized statement लगे, like in Hindi we call कि ज्ञान लगे, प्रवचन लगे, okay, and in English let me better tell you that if anything comes out to be a very generalized information, a generalized set of data, a generalized view, point of view, those can be kept aside and can be checked if they are the main, it is the main theme of the passage or not. And हम ये check कैसे करेंगे? We will check whether the author is actually talking about it throughout the paragraph, number 1, and number 2, we will check whether it is answering my questions, like whether it is substantiating the thought with the help of examples or some other ideas in the paragraph. तो अगर मैं ये लेके चलूं कि dogmatism to some extent is necessary, क्या इस पूरे पैराग्राफ में हम लोग डॉगमेटिक बिहेवियर की बात कर रहे हैं? यस, नंबर 1 इज सैटिस्फाइड. नंबर 2 सेज कि क्या ऑथर इसे एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि क्यों डॉगमेटिज्म टू सम एक्सटेंट इज नेसेसरी? यस, the author before this line was talking about the negative aspects of dogmatic behavior, but just after mentioning this point that dogmatism is necessary to some extent, उन्होंने फिर आगे चल के उसे explain किया है. It is demanded by the situation which can only be dealt with by forcing our conjectures upon the world. Moreover, this dogmatism allows us to approach a good theory in stages by ways of approximism, and if we accept defeat too easily, we may prevent ourselves from finding that we were very nearly right. It is clear that this dogmatic attitude, which makes us stick to our first impressions, is indicative of a strong belief. So, pehla against, this is for, and beech mein the most neutral sentence you see in the paragraph is dogmatism to some extent is necessary, and that becomes the main idea of this entire paragraph. तो अगर आपसे पूछा जाए कि इस पैराग्राफ के थ्रू ऑथर आपको क्या बताना चाहते हैं, तो ऑथर आपको यही बताना चाहते हैं कि डॉगमेटिज्म टू सम एक्सटेंट इज नेसेसरी ऑल्सो. उसकी नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स के बारे में तो ऑथर ने फर्स्ट 2 लाइंस में बताया, बट उसके बाद उन्होंने एक जनरलाइज स्टेटमेंट दी और उसे अपने एक रीजन के साथ सपोर्ट किया. So that makes it as the correct theme or the main idea of the passage. That's how we do it. This was type 1, where you will find the answer right there directly in the paragraph. But then we will deal with paragraph 2 also, where you would not find the main idea or the theme as a particular sentence in the paragraph. वो हमें खुद से बनाना है. And one more very essential thing while you are breaking down the RCs is that please don't run around finding out the meaning of every single word or every single sentence. कई बार आपको inference based questions में broader look रखना जरूरी होता है, and at that time you should not waste time upon these other things. Okay, now let's read it. I was fascinated, however, by some of my peers whose parents bought them not a 4-cent pie but 2-cent cones. These privileged children advanced proudly with one cone in their right hand and one in their left, and expertly moving their head from side to side, they licked first one and then the other. Now, just a second. Before I actually get started with the passage, I'll just have a mind map. I'll try I'll try to create a picture in my head, and right now I can think of a picture where this is the boy and he's holding one cone in one hand and another cone in another hand and eating through the ice creams. But the confusion or the problem which the author is having is that their parents are not buying them a 4-cent ice cream. Rather, they are buying them two 2-cent ice cream, and that is appearing to be more fascinating, both to the people who got that and to the author as well. Now read this. This literary seemed to me so sumptuously enviable. Okay, that means very expensive. Okay, and enviable means he was envying him. I envy you. Okay, Jalan, what we call in Hindi. That many times I asked to be allowed to celebrate it, but in vain. My elders were inflexible. Okay, that means they did not allow to give 2 cents. Okay, a 4-cent ice cream was yes, but the 2-cent ones were absolutely no. So they allowed to give him a 4-cent ice cream. That means the amount of ice cream he was getting in one cone was the same as the other kids were getting. But their parents didn't allow him to have two 2-cent ice creams. As anyone can see, neither mathematics nor economy nor dietetics justified this refusal. Nor did hygiene, assuming that in due course the tips of both the cones were discarded. The pathetic and obviously the mendacious justification was, now here is the justification, that a boy concerned with turning his eyes from one cone to the other was more inclined to stumble over the stone steps or the cracks in the pavement. I dimly sensed that there was another secret justification, cruelly pedagogical, but I was unable to grasp it. So, here, what did you understand from the passage? The justification which the author got for not getting two ice creams of 2 cents each was that if the person or if the kid is concentrating upon looking at both the cones, there are more chances of him stumbling over the stones and the cracks in the pavement. Well, that's correct as a point of view from a parent. So, thinking of that, here you understand that in the entire paragraph you don't see any line which comes out to be as a main idea. So the paragraph's main idea here is the author not getting the privilege of having two 2 cents ice cream and its justification that why he did not get this privilege. And that's the main theme or the central idea of the passage. Okay, so if they ask you to construct it in your sentence, of course in the exam you will be getting options, but you can match your framed answer with any of the options. Your framed answer here could be that there is always a justification from the parents' end for not giving you something like this, okay, or the parents always have a deeper insight and think about you while taking any decision, things like that. So this is something which is out of the paragraph which you have to frame by yourself, and this comes out to be another category of questions under figuring out the main idea of the passage. So this was all about the part 1 of this video, guys, where I taught you the paragraph decoding, where we learned how to figure out the main idea or the central theme of the paragraphs. Once we are done with the paragraphs, we'll move to a complete passage. So in my next video, I'll be discussing a complete passage and you have to figure out the main idea of that passage. We will work paragraph by paragraph to depict the ideas and then finally come out with the answer. For the other question or the other part, I'll be providing you a PDF as well because the passage will be long. So you can try that on your own using the PDF I'll provide, and then come back to the video and check your answer. Well, that was all about this. Thank you so much for watching this, and please take care of yourself. And yes, I just forgot to say that like this video, share it with more and more people. And if you're new to this channel, then please subscribe to this channel as well. I will be up with more such videos. Till then, please take care of yourself.